In its 7-year history, the ULI J.C. Nichols Prize for Visionaries in Urban Development has gone to extraordinary people. Though their fields of expertise varied widely, there was one common thread. They were all U.S. citizens, but not anymore. The winner of the 2007 ULI J.C. Nichols Prize for Visionaries in Urban Development is developer and Englishman Sir Stuart Lipton.
He is in the tradition of J.C. Nichols in that he has contributed to community building at the largest scale and in one of the most exciting cities in the world.
If one developer could be said to have changed London, he would be the one.
Sir Stuart was a real estate broker in London until his late 20s when he decided to sample development.
My first project was tiny. It was a little office conversion in Mayfair over a shop. Very, very small, but had a little nuance or two, and that, of course, enhanced the taste.
The taste grew into a full-time career, and then the project scale and complexity grew quickly. Converting an abandoned brickworks filled with garbage near Heathrow Airport was an early challenge.
I've never been in a company which has been rich enough to buy prime real estate. And the other alternative has been to create prime real estate.
Today, Stockley Park is prime real estate. 400 acres of office buildings integrated into a landscaped setting.
He took his own vision and had the courage to make the investments and the commitment to the community to make sure that the whole community prospered as a result.
The next great project was just outside the traditional city of London. An abandoned railway yard which became Broadgate.
Broadgate was one of the premier developments for restarting the city with financial deregulation, and it's the development, I suppose, above all others that's been the springboard to our current success as the premier world financial centre.
Broadgate's innovations, such as creating more office space by building over railway lines, firmly established Sir Stuart's development credentials, but it also fueled his love of architecture and his desire to create a sense of place.
So when you begin to understand that, the place is more important than the buildings. And from the place, you develop that environment and, that becomes hopefully rather special. That makes the building job easier.
You know, he's a student of architecture, so he's very keen to learn, to find out, to explore, to challenge all the things that I think a great developer in the end needs to have.
In terms of the city, I think it's very true to say that he is the developer who put architecture into buildings.
Sir Stuart Lipton also has a deep love of the arts, demonstrated in all of his projects. It also led to his involvement in a major addition to London's cityscape, the renovation of the Royal Opera House and conversion of the old Covent Garden Flower Market into adjoining public space.
He has given us not only an opera house, but an opera house with tremendous, beautiful public spaces. And that's really the characteristic of Stuart. He not only renovates and designs wonderful buildings, but he looks at the context in which they sit.
That space is sheer wonder. For me, it demonstrates that old or new doesn't really matter. What matters is quality. Quality of design, quality of concept, quality of thought. If you get it right. And the Victorians here got it right often.
Sir Stuart Lipton is a man who has helped transform the City of London. His love of architecture, his passion for the arts, and his lifelong desire to improve quality of life makes him a truly deserving winner of the 2007 ULI J.C. Nichols Prize for Visionaries in Urban Development.
He has demonstrated what can happen when you integrate public spaces effectively into development projects and how they can become the framework, the core, the life, the heart of all of the activities that happen in the buildings around them.
His feeling for civic responsibility, the amount of time he gives, not just to development of his own projects, but to improving the quality of life in London, bringing vitality to London or wherever else he's working.
When you see something which makes you stop, makes you hold your breath and think, wow, could I ever do that? Then you know, on one hand, you're near the edge, but on the other hand, you've got something great.